Hey, Eric with you. Thanks for joining me again. I've spoken before about how important creativity and imagination is for your children. I think kids now are put in such structured environments that their creativity, their imagination is really limited, it's restricted. So anything we can do as their parents to empower that, to build upon it, I think will make them so much more happier in life. I think all growth really originates, stems from our creativity, from our imagination. So we really want to harness that in our children. And I think it can through practice be built. I mean, some people, yes, they may have more creativity than others, but again, through practice, through repetition, I think that can be built into a strength. So I wanted to show you a game that you can play with your kids. It's great. You'll enjoy it. I really enjoy it. And again, it will really hone in on your kids' creativity and imagination. My daughter actually taught me this. And what you can do, I'll give you an example here. So I hope you can see this clearly, but what I drew is a box. It should it should look like a box, and on the side here, I'm going to put the word think. So I have a box and think, and now what the other person should do, so maybe you drew this and your child is watching, and now you ask your child, how are these two, the box and think, related? Can you make an association with them? And it's hard. You really gotta, again, your mind really has to think differently to come up with the solution. It's a little puzzle. So again, we have a box and we have think, and we want to think how we can relate these two together, how they're associated. Have you come up with it yet? It took me a while too, so don't worry if you're struggling with this. But once you get into it, it'll start to click more and more. So the association here is you want to be able to think outside of the box. So here's a box. So that's the association. Think outside of the box. And that's actually what I call this game, because you have to think outside of the box. So I hope you see that now, how these two are associated. But you can do it with anything. You can come up with different phrases, different pictures, anything goes in this. But I call it, it's like that first puzzle, I call this think outside the box. So here's another example. So I'm going to spell, so I spelled out the word read, and then I'm going to put I made another little box with lines going through each of the letters. So it's enclosed in here, and I have lines going through each of the letters. Now, can you come up? Can you see an association here? This is another puzzle again. You got to see how this is all related. I have the word read, and I have lines going down in between the letters. Take a minute if you need it. There is a relationship here between these two. And again, once you start doing it more and more, you'll be amazed how your mind, how that creativity starts to kick in again. But the association here is, the solution is, the answer is read inside the lines. You want to read inside the lines. So I hope you can see that again. But you can come up with so many different ones, and it's fun too. You can take turns. So you would draw a little puzzle like this with words and a picture, and then you can alternate. Your child would come up and draw the pictures, and you'd have to decide. And you can keep score on the side and maybe play up to 10 or something like that. But I love it that it's like I said at the beginning. It's so unstructured. I think I lost my eraser here. It's so unstructured though. Anything really goes. You just have to come up with a little bit, with a puzzle on your own. And if you Google it, word picture associations, you'll get literally hundreds of them. So you can use that. I like to do it without that though. Again, I think that just makes us use more of our creativity if you come up with your own. But to start, I think that's okay if you want to Google it and come up with a couple little puzzles to start, and that'll kickstart everything upstairs. But just wanted to show you that. It's a great game. We love playing it, and I think you and your child will too. And again, boy, we can really build, just like practicing math problems. Creativity has to be practiced, and again, it just gives children so much more opportunity to grow in different directions. So I hope you found that helpful. I hope you will try it at home. If you can please show this game to other parents, just trying to help as many children as we can out there. If you can like the video, that would certainly help also. And if you like my content, I have making many more videos to help children. You can subscribe. That would be great. Thanks for watching, and enjoy the game. Bye-bye.